The RMS Titanic, a name synonymous with both grandeur and tragedy. She was the largest ship ever built, a floating palace of dreams. Deemed practically unsinkable, the Titanic represented the pinnacle of Edwardian engineering. Her luxurious amenities and sheer size captivated the world. Little did anyone know this symbol of human ambition would soon meet a tragic fate. The Titanic was built by Harland and Wolff in Belfast, Ireland. This monumental task began in 1909 and took over 2 years to complete. Thousands of workers toiled day and night, pouring their skills and sweat into what was to become the most famous ship in history. The shipyard was a hive of activity, with steel plates being riveted together and massive engines being installed. She was designed to be the largest and most luxurious liner of her time. At 882 feet long and 175 feet high, the Titanic was a floating palace. Her designers spared no expense in making her the epitome of opulence and technological advancement. The ship's exterior was a marvel of engineering, with sleek lines and a majestic presence that commanded attention. The ship boasted opulent staterooms, a grand staircase, and lavish dining rooms. Each stateroom was a testament to luxury, featuring fine woodwork, plush furnishings, and exquisite decor. The grand staircase, with its intricate ironwork and elegant design, became an iconic symbol of the Titanic's grandeur. Passengers could dine in style, enjoying gourmet meals prepared by top chefs, and even a swimming pool. This was a rare feature for ships of that era, providing passengers with a unique recreational option. The pool was part of a broader array of amenities that included a gymnasium, squash court, and Turkish bath, all designed to offer the ultimate in comfort and leisure. Safety features included watertight compartments and advanced safety mechanisms. These compartments were designed to seal off sections of the ship in the event of a hull breach, theoretically allowing the Titanic to stay afloat even if multiple compartments were flooded. This innovative design was a key selling point for the ship's safety and lifeboat capacity for over 3,500 people. However, in reality, the ship carried lifeboats for only about half that number, a decision that would later prove tragic. Lifeboat drills were conducted to ensure that passengers and crew knew how to use them, but the belief in the ship's invincibility led to complacency. This led to a widespread belief that the Titanic was unsinkable. Newspapers and advertisements touted the ship's advanced design and safety features, creating a sense of overconfidence among the public. As passengers boarded for her maiden voyage, they felt secure in the knowledge that they were traveling on the safest ship ever built. On April 10, 1912, the Titanic embarked on her maiden voyage from Southampton, England. Her destination, New York City. Excitement filled the air as passengers boarded, representing a mix of social classes. The journey began smoothly. The first few days at sea were filled with luxury, entertainment, and the promise of a new life across the Atlantic. On the night of April 14, 1912, the Titanic sailed into the icy waters of the North Atlantic. The night was calm, the sea like glass, and the sky was clear, illuminated by a bright moon. The ship, deemed unsinkable, was on its maiden voyage, carrying over 2,000 passengers and crew. Spirits were high as the Titanic cut through the cold waters, unaware of the lurking danger ahead. Throughout the day, the Titanic had received multiple warnings about icebergs in the vicinity. These messages, sent via the Marconi wireless system, were acknowledged but not fully acted upon. The ship continued its course at high speed, a decision that would soon prove catastrophic. The crew, confident in the ship's design and capabilities, did not anticipate the severity of the threat. Shortly before midnight, the unthinkable happened. The Titanic struck an iceberg. The lookout in the crow's nest spotted the massive ice formation too late to avoid a collision. Despite efforts to steer clear, the ship's starboard side scraped along the iceberg, sending a shudder through the vessel. The impact was not immediately catastrophic, but it set in motion a series of events that would seal the ship's fate. The impact, though slight at first, proved fatal. Passengers felt a jolt, and some were awakened from their sleep. The ship's interior shook and confusion spread among those on board. Many did not realize the gravity of the situation, believing the Titanic to be invincible. However, the damage below the waterline was severe and would soon become apparent. The iceberg tore a series of gashes along the ship's starboard side, breaching several watertight compartments. Water began to flood into the lower decks at an alarming rate. The ship's design, which included watertight compartments, was supposed to prevent such a disaster. However, the extent of the damage was too great, and the Titanic's fate was sealed. The once proud vessel was now in a desperate struggle for survival. Panic ensued as the enormity of the situation became clear. The Titanic was sinking. Orders were given to uncover the lifeboats. Women and children were given priority, but there weren't enough lifeboats for everyone. Acts of both heroism and despair played out against the backdrop of the sinking ship. The band played on, their music a haunting soundtrack to the unfolding tragedy. Hours later, the RMS Carpathia arrived, responding to the Titanic's distress calls. The Carpathia picked up survivors from the lifeboats, a stark reminder of the night's horrors. The world was in shock. The unsinkable Titanic had sunk, claiming the lives of over 1,500 souls. The disaster sent shockwaves across the globe, leading to widespread mourning and outrage. The sinking of the Titanic had a profound impact on the world. This tragic event, which occurred on the night of April 14, 1912, when the ship struck an iceberg, resulted in the loss of more than 1,500 lives. The magnitude of this disaster sent shockwaves across the globe, highlighting the vulnerabilities in maritime safety and the need for immediate reforms. It led to significant changes in maritime regulations, including requirements for more lifeboats, mandatory lifeboat drills, and the implementation of the International Convention for the Safety of Life at Sea, SOLAS, in 1914. This convention established new safety standards that ships had to adhere to, ensuring that such a catastrophe would never happen again. Another critical change was the establishment of a 24-hour radio watch. Before the Titanic disaster, ships were not required to have round-the-clock radio operators. The tragedy underscored the importance of constant communication at sea, leading to regulations that mandated continuous radio monitoring to ensure that distress signals would never go unanswered. The tragedy serves as a timeless reminder of the importance of safety at sea and the fragility of human life. Memorials and commemorations around the world honor the victims and remind us of the lessons learned from this disaster. These memorials serve not only as a tribute to those who perished, but also as a stark reminder of the need for vigilance and preparedness in maritime travel. The Titanic's story continues to fascinate, captivating the imaginations of people across generations. The ship's wreck, discovered in 1985, has been the subject of numerous explorations and documentaries, revealing new details about the ship's final moments and the lives of those on board. Exhibits featuring artifacts recovered from the wreckage draw millions of visitors, eager to connect with this poignant piece of history. A testament to the enduring power of human drama, the Titanic story is one of both tragedy and heroism. Accounts of bravery and sacrifice, such as the musicians who played to calm passengers as the ship sank, continue to resonate deeply. Survivors' stories and historical reenactments bring these moments to life, allowing us to feel the emotional weight of that fateful night. The indelible mark left by this maritime disaster is evident in the ongoing interest and research dedicated to the Titanic. It serves as a powerful reminder of the need for continuous improvement in safety standards and the human capacity for resilience in the face of adversity. The legacy of the Titanic endures, a symbol of both the perils of hubris and the enduring spirit of those who faced unimaginable odds.